Well, welcome to the other side. And what I'd like you to do right now is download your personal affirmation exercise. And once you have that, come back to this video and I will share with you how to go through the exercise and then create your own personal affirmation. So go ahead and pause the video right now and download the worksheet for how to create your personal affirmation. Great. So now that you have this, what I'd like to do is take you through the process of creating your personal affirmation and really explain to you the power of it and why it works. So essentially, I'd love to know more about the combination of metaphysics and neuroscience. And as we're perceiving through our five physical senses, we're firing off synapses in our brains that then go to the subconscious place and create feeling within us. And from these feelings, we emit frequencies. So affirmations are a really powerful tool to start firing off those synapses, to send messages to the subconscious mind and to change the feeling place and imprint new beliefs and thoughts. And then those thoughts will create that feeling that then creates action and behaviors which will affect what we attract back to us from the outer world. So first, look at the affirmation sheet and I'd like you to write down what are some of your qualities. Write down some of your qualities, and if you need to pause the video to do so, go ahead. Write down these qualities. And are you loving, compassionate, kind, playful, entertaining, whatever it is for you? Go ahead. Okay, now that you've done that, what I'd like you to do is write down what a friend may say about you. You know, for example, Barbara is so caring. Barbara is so giving to others. Write down for you what you think your friends would say about you. Go ahead. And again, pause the tape if you need to. Great. Now that you have that, write down, what are you known for? I'm known for being a teacher. I love to teach. I love giving feedback to people. It's my wow factor is to just give people feedback because I have great insight and perceptions. I'm highly intuitive. So go ahead, write down what are you known for. Now, once you have that, what I'd like you to do is go to part 2. And where it says, what are your strengths? Go ahead, write down what are your strengths. I know that my strengths, I'm outgoing. I love socializing with people and talking, communicating. What are your strengths? Go ahead and write that down. Next, I'd like you to write down, what are some skills that you have? What are your skills, acquired knowledge in your life? Did you learn writing skills, computer skills, organizational skills, management skills? What are some skills that you have that you've acquired through training and other people teaching you? Great, now that you have that, what are your talents? What are your God-given gifts? Go ahead and write those down. Things that you don't doubt about yourself. Great singer, great dancer, great speaker, teacher, whatever it is, caretaker. Write down, what you are just really, really, really good at. And you know it. Okay, so now that you've done that, I'd like you to go back to part 1. And I want you to look at all the qualities that you have and ask yourself a very important question. And I want you to rate from 1 to 10 on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. Ask yourself the question, how good are you giving this to yourself? For example, how loving are you to yourself? It might be a 9 or a 10. For some, it might be a 5 or a 4. How compassionate are you with yourself? How kind are you with yourself? And do that through the whole first part. What you're known for, what your friends say about you. Ask yourself the question, how good are you at giving it to yourself? Once you've done this, I want you to come back and look at the lower numbers. You can pause the video and be honest with yourself. Now that you've done that, I want you to look at the lower numbers. And the lowest ones are the ones that have the message for you. It's something that you're really, really, really good at giving to others. And here's the truth. What we're really, really good at giving to others, we normally don't give to ourselves. And as a result of that, we're constantly seeking outside approval. And every time we give of ourselves this quality, it strengthens us when somebody else does really well. But what you're not understanding is you're taking away from yourself doing really, really well, from yourself having success, from yourself showing up and daring to be great. And once you have that, I want you to commit. Commit with some effusive adverbs and verbs. I'm wholeheartedly committed, or I'm enthusiastically deciding. I am overwhelmingly choosing. And this activates the feeling place. Again, as we're perceiving our world and firing off synapses in our brains, it's the emotional content that goes to the subconscious layer, creates the feeling place and activates that, and that's what we are emitting through frequencies into our outer world. So you want to activate the feelings. I'm wholeheartedly committed to, and look at those qualities that you have the lower number. So it might sound like I am wholeheartedly committed to loving myself, or I'm wholeheartedly committed to sharing compassion for myself. Then add, and others. I'm wholeheartedly committed to loving compassion for myself and others. Then go back to part 2 and look at a theme of what's going on with all the things that you have skills, talents, and then strengths for. And go to that, the last part of part 2. What's the most important thing to you in the world? And then after you answer that, ask yourself what gets you out of bed in the morning. And then the last part, what one thing, if you didn't have it, wouldn't be worth living? And now, go back and look at the themes here. Connect the dots. Is there a repeating theme of what it is that you love to do? Have amazing gifts and talents and strengths and skills in a certain area? And then this is going to take a little time for you to finesse. But you're going to add it to part 1. So part 1 is I'm wholeheartedly committed to loving compassion for myself and others. And then add the words, as I. As I joyfully share my enthusiasm for healthy living and inspire and motivate others to respect and value their bodies, their health, their body, mind, spirit, for the highest good of all. So I want you to understand we are not our jobs, we are not our labels, we are not our friends, our families. These are not determining our value and who we are. What determines our value is our gifts, our talents, our strengths, and our heartfelt desires. So as you commit, I want you to say your affirmation 3 times out loud in the morning and 3 times out loud before you go to bed. This is when you're in your alpha state and your conscious mind lets go of those filters, and then it starts to imprint more on the subconscious mind so that the negative dominant thoughts start to get more diminished. They don't go away, they just don't have as much power. And you're replacing them with much more powerful energy, more powerful frequencies, and from this place, you will take inspired action and get out of your way. And you'll start to recognize patterns that are holding you back in a comfort zone, and you will start to feel more confidence to start moving past your comfort zone, choosing to do it even though it's uncomfortable. But you know to get unstuck, you must do something differently. Repeat your affirmation throughout the day as often as you can, and remind yourself it's non-negotiable. When those negative thoughts come in, the inner critic, the negative self-talk, the limiting beliefs, somebody else's beliefs, feelings that are not yours to have, they're just guilt feelings or shoulds, musts, whatever it is that is not serving your highest good, commit to saying your affirmation. When you're feeling doubt, fear, insecurity, self-judgment. Say it over and over and over and over again. It's non-negotiable. This is what you are committing to love yourself, to value yourself, and to step into your worth. So the challenge is dare to be great. And once you have your affirmation, please make a comment below and send me what your affirmation is. I'll send you a success habit chart that will help you get into alignment, commit to your personal affirmation, change the neural pathways in your brain, and start to create different results in your life. So go ahead, have a wonderful exploration of your personal affirmation, and start to expect new results in your outer world. Write them down below in the comment box, and I'll send you the success habit chart. If you have any questions, email me at barbara@barbaradoust.com.